What's up, YouTubers? It's Spider Lance, and I'm talking kind of loud because last time I did a recording, it didn't come out that loud. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, we'll talk about the Miami Heat right now. Everybody know I'm a Lakers fan. I love what I'm seeing from my Lakers. They're peaking at the right time, and they're playing hard defense, and we still got the best player on the planet, the greatest player on the planet, in Kobe Bryant. Because there's a difference between how great you are and how good you are. You know what? When you look at the Miami Heat, I would say the better player out the two maybe is LeBron James out of LeBron D. Wade. But LeBron has not proved to be a greater player than D. Wade. And that's the biggest problem I'm seeing right now is that their chemistry is so off. D. Wade, yes, you got to make sacrifices. And you know his mom is a preacher, so she might be preaching that to him. And that's good. You have to make sacrifices. But do not roll over for LeBron James on every point of the game. Yes, you may have to let him have the ball in his hands more because he should be the point guard out of the team. He has the Magic Johnson type skills. Really, LeBron should be aiming to average 22 points and 11 assists. But no, he's getting 26.8 points and 7 assists. Really, that's his assist level should be higher than he got better teammates than he had before, supposedly. But when it comes to clutch time, D-Wade, that's your house. You need to get the ball in your hand. While the big three of Boston, I'm talking about that big three thing too. While the big three of Boston works so well, as everybody knows their role. We know that Ray Allen's the bona fide three-point shooter. Though Pierce can hit it too. The vocal leader of the team is Kevin Garnett, and he anchors that on defense. So he's more like the leader of the big three. But Superman at clutch time is Paul Pierce. He's the closer of the three. You have to have a designated closer, and that should be D. Wade. Now, at times, Ray Allen is going to close the game out, and that's understandable. But when you got that player with the ball in their hands the most, it should be Paul Pierce of that three. It should be D. Wade out of the three, not LeBron. I like LeBron game. I would say, well, most people know I'm a big man now, so I'll be in the post. But really, when I play my game the way I like to play the way he plays. Drive the ball, hold hard, find people open, make nice passes, run the fast break. That's what he do. I love his game, but he has to be able to submit to D-Wade at the clutch time. See, he wants it to be like how he grew up in high school. He had his team. They had a great team, but he was definitely the leader. He was with Cleveland. He was definitely the leader. But in the Miami Heat, he's trying to make sure even D-Wade knows I'm definitely the leader. And that's the problem. You have not proven to be a greater player than D-Wade. Maybe better. But you got to realize D-Wade's stats has been up there. D-Wade has 30 points, 7 assists seasons. His stats have been up there, and D-Wade has won a title. That's what he had to realize when he left Cleveland, what he gave up. To be seen as the man on his team. Because you playing with an MVP champion. But what's worse than that is D-Wade is letting it happen. Trying to be humble. Well, this is my... Yes, you got to make sacrifices. But you better make sure you make the right one. Now, the other thing that's messed up about the Heat, and I've coached before. I played in football on a championship team. Know where to take that. And I'm not a person, I'm a Christian, so I'm pretty much against psychology for Christians. But the psychological and the mind aspect of it, I understand is important when playing these games. The mind games, when my championship team that was on, we were so into people hating on us. We loved it. It fueled us. And I would help put fuel in that fire by telling my teammates, guess what all these people said about us? So I know the mind part is very important. The chemistry is very important. Everybody has to be one. The biggest problem with the Miami Heat right now, and I seem to be only want to see it right now, is who's doing the interviews at the end of the game. What? See, most of y'all who ain't, if you don't know nothing about championships, championship teams, I'm not trying to talk about a specific person, anybody like that. I'm just saying, you know that chemistry is important if you won championships before. The way the team interacts with each other. Not one person being seen all the way over each other all the time. When you look at the interviews, it's always D-Wade with LeBron. It's never, ever anymore D-Wade, LeBron, and Bosh. It's supposed to be a big three, not a big two and an average one. I'm going to tell you something. Y'all call him Chris Bosh soft. He hasn't proven to me to be a really tough player. But as the so-called third wheel of the big three, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He had that 1 for 18 game. Yeah, that's messed up. But he's doing what he's... In that game, he did what he was supposed to do. He scored 23 points. He's supposed to score 18 points, get 10 rebounds a game. That's what he's doing. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. And actually, LeBron and D-Wade play good together, considering they almost the same player. But the problem is lining up the chemistry. The problem is the internal struggle that they're having playing with each other. You got Chris Bosh dealing with the fact that, you know what, they don't look at me as their equal anymore. And so what the coach should do right now, I've coached before, the biggest problem he should do now is tell them, you know what, y'all three go out there. Y'all three supposed to be the monster that's taking over. That's a big three that is something to be dealt with. Statistically, Chris Bosh plays better than Kevin Garnett. But psychologically, in the mind, and the effect that he has on other players in the game, Kevin Garnett is doing way better. Why? Because he knows who he is within that big three. And he knows he's part of the big three. Big. Chris Bosh is not being treated like he's part of the big three. It's like the two bigs and the little one. And he's the little one. They need to start getting that together. But it comes from, first of all, D-Wade being making the wrong concessions. LeBron, I love LeBron as soon as he came in the league. Anybody know he was instantly my second favorite player. But then when they made this thing a Kobe versus LeBron, I had to take Kobe. But I did not know his ego was so big. The problem right now, his ego is too big. You don't have a right, LeBron, to say the statement that you said about how I let my team down and I keep letting them down at the final moments. It shouldn't be all. You should not even take it. How dare you take it upon yourself to think you're supposed to be the one to end all these games? That's disrespectful to the person who has won the MVP. He's a champion. You're not. When D-Wade was facing the obvious superior team in the Dallas Mavericks, he raised his game up and had one of the greatest finals ever in history. You didn't. Why do you deserve to act like it's your team and that you can't let them down at the end? That's what they think about the Boston Big Three. That's what makes them so good, and it's kind of a downfall for them too, is that there's not a lot of pressure on them because there's three of them. Nobody should be taking that stance like they got to be the one. That's what you gave up when you left Cleveland. You can't do that no more. You can't act like you the one and the pressure's on you. There's three of y'all. Chris Bosh can hit some clutch shots too. So the point is, for him to even make that statement and show his ego is wrong. You ain't supposed to be the one taking upon yourself with such great talent to act like you got to make the shots. You ain't supposed to do that. The talent level is too level between you and D-Wade for you to act as if you got to be the one to take the shots. So the biggest problem is LeBron, even though he scored the most points in the clutch. Now, when they're going to blow out a lot of teams still. But when it comes clutch time, the biggest problem is him. He think he got to put the team on the shoulder when it ain't his team. It shouldn't be like it's his team. And D-Wade, you turn it into like, the Guppies, like I think it's a school of guppies or some school of fish where you had an alpha male and then another fish come along and do something, and then the other fish goes back and become a little puny wimp fish. That's what happening to D-Wade right now. You have allowed him to be the alpha male of the squad when you shouldn't have. Yes, as a Christian, I'm all good for people being humble. This is basketball. You still gonna be humble, but you gotta have some sense about it. You the one who won a championship. It's like this. If I have roommates and we have one car, but I bought the car, all right, I can let you drive the car at times. But I ain't gonna say it's your car now. I'm the only one. I bought the deed. I paid the deed for the car. The car is in my name. I done drove this car out of the 100,000 miles, 99,000 of the miles. So I might let you have the keys to the car and drive it at times. I'm not going to turn it over and say it is now your car. That's going too far. You let LeBron just straight up have the team. That ain't how it's supposed to happen. You're supposed to be a big three. It shouldn't be no pressure on nobody to hit the game winning shot because it's three of y'all. So, anyway, that's what you messed up at. That's why it disappointed me the first one. LeBron James left Cleveland team. Really, the team we had last year is a better team than this year. What y'all mess up at, y'all look at the fact, look at their record. Yeah, they barely win, but they didn't get nothing back for LeBron. Not only did they lose LeBron, they lost Shaq. Not only did they lost Shaq, they lost statistically the best coach of the last 8 years. Statistically, winning percentage wise, the best coach of the last 8 years have been, or 6 years, have been Mike Brown. And when I hear this guy talk as an analyst, I realize this guy has a lot of knowledge, but they paint a picture like he was a dummy, didn't know what he's talking about. But that was LeBron's ego digressing him to that point. If you looked at his high school basketball, what he did with his coach, he did the same thing. His ego is the biggest problem for the Heat. They need what they need to do. And Pat Riley, it's just so bad to see. Because I want them to be in the competitive. I don't like to see grown men be turning little wimps, being emasculated by their own selves. I would like to see Pat Riley step in, not as a coach, but step in and say, you know what, from now on, Chris Bosh, Wade, and LeBron, all three of y'all get back to doing this. You don't need to take the pressure on yourself, LeBron, because you don't deserve to do that. If anybody deserves to do that, that's Wade, not you. So, that's what I like to see. With my Lakers, they got it together. They know what it takes. They got a true champ in Kobe. See, like I said, with my team that won championship, we love when people talk bad about us and hate on us. It fueled us to want to beat them. That's what Kobe does. That's what the Lakers do. The people still hate the Lakers. People still saying Lakers really shouldn't have won Boston. They say if Rafer Alston played the whole series, we definitely would have lost the Magic. That fuels us. We're true champs. Bye-bye, Heat. Call the waaambulance, you cry babies. Wah! Wah! Somebody call the waaambulance. True tramps. Don't cry when people hate them. Peace.